Act 4.
Aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, Captain!
Oh! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
As sorbet and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
If nautical nonsense be something you wish,
SpongeBob SquarePants!
then drop on the deck and flop like a fish!
SpongeBob SquarePants!
SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants!
Claudius and Gertrude enter with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. These deep, heaving sighs of yours mean something. You have to tell me what. I need to know. Where is your son?
Let us speak privately a while, please. Ah, my lord, you wouldn't believe what I've witnessed tonight.
What, Gertrude? How is Hamlet?
As mad as the waves and the wind when they struggled together in a storm, in an insane rage he hears something behind the tapestry, whips out his sword, shouts, "A rat, a rat!" and in his deranged state of mind he kills the good old man, who is still hidden.
Oh, this is terrible. It would have happened to me if I had been there. His wildness is a threat to us all, to you, to me, to everyone. How will we deal with this violent deed? I'm the one who will be blamed for not restraining and confining this mad young man. But I loved him so much I did not want to think about what I had to do. So like someone suffering from a nasty disease who refuses to divulge his condition and lets us infect him to the core, I kept Hamlet's condition secret and let it grow, more and more dangerous. Where has he gone?
To remove the corpse of the man he killed, his madness allows a glimmering of morality to shine through. Like a vein of gold in a chunk of coal, he weeps for what he has done.
Oh, Gertrude, let's go. As soon as the sun sets, we'll ship him off to England. I'll take my diplomatic know-how to explain and excuse the murder he's committed. Hey, Guildenstern. My friends, go find others to help you. Hamlet, in his madness, has killed Polonius and dragged him out of the mother's bedroom. Go find him and speak nicely to him, and bring his corpse into the chapel. Please hurry. Come, Gertrude, we'll confer with our wisest friends and tell them what we're going to do, and what this terrible deed has done already. Let's hope slander, a bullet that can travel halfway around the world and still hit its exact target, spares us. Oh, we must go. I'm full of confusion and despair.
He was supposed to...
Act 4, Scene 2.
The body is safely hidden. Hamlet, Lord Hamlet. What's that noise? Who's calling for Hamlet? Oh, here they come.
What have you done with the corpse, my lord?
I've gotten it dirty, ashes to ashes and dust to dust.
But tell us where it is so we can take it to the chapel.
Don't believe it.
Believe what?
That I'd take your advice rather than keep my own secret. Besides, you're a sponge. What is the son of a king supposed to say to a sponge?
You think I'm a sponge, my lord?
Yes, sir. A sponge that soaks up the king's approval, his rewards, and his decisions. Officers like that give the king the best service in the end. He keeps them in his mouth like an ape. First he moves them around, then he swallows them. When he needs what you have found out, he can squeeze you like a sponge and you'll be dry.
I don't follow, my lord.
I'm glad about that. Sly words are never understood by fools.
My lord, you should tell us where the body is, and then go with us to see the king.
The body's with the king, but the king's not with the body. The king's a thing.
A thing, my lord?
A thing of no importance. Take me to him. Ready or not, here I come.
Act 4, Scene 3. Claudius enters with 2 or 3 of his attendants. I've sent men to find him and retrieve the body. How dangerous to have this madman on the loose, but we can't throw him in jail. The people love him, because they judge based on appearance rather than reason. They'll pay attention to the severity of the punishment, not the severity of the crime. No, we must seem calm and fair-minded, and our sending him away but must seem like a carefully considered move, but a terminal disease requires extreme treatment or nothing at all.
So what's happened? We can't get to him. We can't get him to tell us where he's put the body.
But where is he?
Outside, my lord, under guard, waiting for your orders.
Bring him to me.
Hey, Guildenstern, bring in my lord.
Now, Hamlet, where's Polonius?
At dinner.
At dinner where?
Not where he's eating, but where he's been eating. Being eaten. A certain conference of worms is chowing down on him. Worms are the emperor of all diets. We fatten up all creatures to feed ourselves, and we fatten ourselves for the worms to eat when we're dead. A fat king and a skinny beggar are just two dishes at the same meal. That's all I have to say.
Oh no. Oh no.
A man can fish with the worm that ate a king, and then eat the fish he catches with that worm.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing much, just to demonstrate that a king can move through the bowls of a beggar.
Where's Polonius?
In heaven. Send a messenger there if you want to be sure. If your messenger can't find him, you can check hell yourself. But seriously, if you don't find him within the next month, you'll be sure to smell him as you go upstairs into the main hall.
Go look for him.
No need to hurry. He's not going anywhere.
Hamlet, I care for you just as much as I grieve for Polonius. For your own protection, I must send you to England at once. So, get ready to leave. The ship is set to sail. The wind is favorable. Your servants are waiting for you. Everything is ready for you to go to England.
To England?
Yes, Hamlet.
Good.
Yes. You'd think so if you knew why I was sending you.
I know an angel who can read your mind. But okay, off to England. Goodbye, dear mother.
I'm your father, Hamlet. Your father who loves you.
You're my mother when you married my mother. The two of you became one flesh. So if you're my father, you're also my mother. Come on, off to England.
Follow him on foot and get him on board as quickly as possible. Don't waste any time. I want him out of here tonight. Go now. Everything else is ready. Please hurry. And you, dear King of England, if you care about me at all, and you should, since you can still feel the damage that Denmark has done to you in the past, so fear and respect us, then you won't ignore my letters instructing you to kill Hamlet immediately. Do it. English King, since he's raging like a fever in my brain, and you must cure me, until I know it's been done, I'll never be happy, no matter how much luck I have. Act 4, Scene 4. Fortinbras enters with his army and a captain. Go, Captain, and give the Danish king my greetings. Tell him that Fortinbras asked permission to move his troops across Denmark. You know the meeting place we've arranged. If His Majesty wants us to do any favor for him, tell him my wish is his command.
I'll tell him, my lord.
Go ahead then.
Sir, whose troops are these?
The King of Norway, sir.
What are they doing here, sir?
They are on their way to invade some part of Poland.
Who's commanding them, sir?
The nephew of the old king of Norway.
Is he attacking the heartland of Poland or some frontier?
To tell the truth, we're fighting to win a little patch of ground that's not worth anything. I myself wouldn't pay 5 ducats for it if someone offered it to me to farm, and it won't provide any more profits than that to either the Norwegian or the Pole.
So then the Poles won't be willing to defend it.
Oh, yes they will. They've already stationed troops there.
Even 2,000 men and 20,000 ducats are just the beginning of what will cost to settle this pointless matter. This is what happens when countries have too much money and peace. This quarrel is like a abscess that grows inside somebody until it bursts and kills them, and no one knows why. Thank you so very much for the information, sir.
Goodbye, sir.
Will you please come now, my lord?
I'll be there in a minute. Start without me. My God, everything I see shows me how wrong I am, and tells me to hurry up and get on with my revenge. What is a human being if he just eats and sleeps, nothing more than a beast? God didn't create us with such a huge power of thought and a divine capacity for reason in order for us not to use them now. Whether it's animal-like mindlessness or the cowardly hesitation that comes from thinking too much. I don't know why I'm still alive to say I have to do this deed rather than having done it already. I have the motivation, the willpower, the ability, and the means to do so. It's as plain as the ground beneath my feet that I must do it. Look at this massive arm, led by a delicate and tender prince who's puffed up with divine ambition, that he puts his fragile life at risk, exposing it to danger and death, for a reason as thin as an eggshell. To be truly great doesn't mean you'd only fight for a good reason. It means you'd fight over nothing if your honor was at stake. So where does that leave me, whose father has been murdered and mother defiled, ignoring these mental and emotional provocations and letting well enough alone? Meanwhile, to my shame, I watched 20,000 men go marching to their deaths for an illusion and a little bit of fame, fighting for a tiny piece of land, not even big enough to bury them all. From now on, if not my thoughts aren't violent, I'll consider them worthless.
Act 4, Scene 5.
I won't speak to her.
She's insistent, in fact. She's crazed. You can't help feeling sorry for her.
What does she want?
She talks about her father a lot, and says she hears there are conspiracies around the world, and coughs and beats her breast and gets angry over tiny matters and talks nonsense. Her words don't mean anything, and her babbling causes her listeners to draw conclusions. They hear what they want to hear. Her winks and nods and gestures do suggest that she means to convey a message and not a happy one. It's a good idea to speak to her, since she might lead with those with evil intentions to dangerous conclusions.
Show her in. To my sick soul, since sin is always a sickness, every detail looks like an omen of disaster to come. Guilt makes you so full of stupid suspicions that you will give yourself away because you're trying so hard not to be.
Where is the beautiful Queen of Denmark?
What are you doing, Ophelia?
Oh. How can you tell the difference between your true lover and some other? Your true one wears a pilgrim's hat and a pilgrim's sandal and staff.
Oh heavens, what does that song mean, my dear?
I'm sorry, did you say something? Please just listen. Ah, he is dead and gone. Lady, he is dead and gone. In his head is a patch of green grass, and at his feet there is a tombstone. Oh no.
Oh, Ophelia.
Just listen, please. His death shroud was as white as snow.
My lord, look at this poor girl.
Ah, covered with sweet flowers, which did not fall to the ground in true love showers.
How are you doing, my pretty lady?
I'm quite well, and may God give you what you deserve. They say that baker's daughter was turned into an owl for refusing Jesus' bread. My Lord, we knew what we are now, but not what we may become. May God be at your table.
She's talking about her dead father.
Oh, let's not talk about that. But when they ask about that, it means just say, tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day. And early in the morning, I'm a girl below your window, waiting to be your Valentine. Then he got up and put his clothes and opened the door to his room. He let in the girl, and when she left, she wasn't a virgin anymore.
Pretty Ophelia.
Hang on, it'll end it soon, I promise. By the name of Jesus and Saint Charity, my goodness, what a shame it is. Young men will do it if they get a chance. By God, they're very bad, she said. Before you got me into bed, you promised to marry me, he answers. I would have married you, I swear, if you hadn't gone to bed with me.
How long has she been like this?
I hope everything will turn out fine. We must be patient, but I can't help crying when I think of him being laid in the cold ground. My brother will hear about this, and so I thank you for your good advice. Come, driver. Good night, ladies. And good night, sweet ladies. Good night, good night.
Act 4, Scene 6. Who are these people and who want to speak with me?
Sailors, sir. They say they have letters for you.
Show them in. I don't know who else would send me a letter from abroad except Hamlet.
Hello, sir. God bless you.
May he bless you too.
He will, sir, if he wants to. There's a letter for you, sir. It's from the ambassador, Lord Hamlet, who's going to England. If your name's Horatio, as they told me it is.
Horatio, when you've read this letter, find a way to let these guys see the king. They have letters for him. Before we were at sea, even 2 days, a pirate ship equipped for battle pursued us. We were too slow to escape, so we were forced to stand and fight. In the battle that followed, I ended up on their pirate ship. Just then, they left our ship behind, so I became the only prisoner on board. They treated me quite mercifully, for thieves, but they knew what they were doing. They want me to do a favor for them. Give the letters that I've written and send them to the king. Come as fast as you can to me. I've got things to tell you that will make you speechless. They aren't even half the story. These guys will take you to me. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are on their way to England. I have a lot to tell you about them. Goodbye, your trusted friend, Hamlet. Come, men. I'll show you where to deliver these letters as quickly as possible, so you can take them to the man who sent them. Act 4, Scene 7. Claudius confirms that Hamlet is the one that killed Polonius with Laertes. They confer with each other on whether or not Laertes should kill Hamlet by poisoning his sword. Claudius is torn by the decision, but in the end chooses that Hamlet should die.